Hi, my name's James Orange, and I hope you're safe and well. I am an ELT consultant for Oxford University Press, and I'm speaking to you from my house here in La Coruña on the west coast of Spain. This is a culture bite video about Ireland and forms part of a series of online videos for English learners on a variety of topics from Oxford University Press. The video is designed for students with approximately a B1 level of English, but it can be used with other ages and levels as well, and that's up to your teacher. Okay, well, just remember that this is a video so that you can pause it at any time and you can repeat sections if you need to. Okay, well, let's get started. The Republic of Ireland is an island which forms part of the British Isles. The Atlantic Sea lies to the west and the United Kingdom to the east and north. And it is often called the Emerald Isle after the green gemstone because of its green countryside. Well, here are a few fast facts about Ireland. The official name of Ireland is the Republic of Ireland. The capital and the largest city is Dublin. It has a population of about just over 5 million. Official languages are English and Gaelic. Its national day is St. Patrick's Day, which is celebrated on the 17th of March. The currency is the euro, and the traditional symbol is the Irish harp, which symbolizes immortality. It's also a popular musical instrument in Ireland and a symbol that you'll find everywhere, from coins to a pint of Guinness. Let's have a look at some other symbols. So this is the Irish flag, the tricolour flag, which has 3 coloured stripes. Green, which represents the Catholic population, white, representing harmony or peace, and orange, which represents the Irish Protestants. And this was adopted by the Irish Republic during the War of Independence in 1919. Then we have the Celtic cross, which is a powerful symbol of Irish heritage because the earliest examples of this cross were found in Ireland long before Christianity arrived. Then we have the leprechaun, which is a type of fairy from Irish folklore, and he's typically represented as wearing a green suit and a hat, and is often imagined as an old man with a beard and pointy ears. And the shamrock is an unofficial symbol of Ireland. St. Patrick used the shamrock's 3 leaves to explain the Holy Trinity during his missions of Christianizing Ireland. And a shamrock is also a symbol of luck, especially when it has 4 leaves, like in the picture. Well, here you have a map of Europe. Can you find Ireland? Which coloured circle marks Ireland on this map? Okay, well, you're right. It's this one. It's the green one marks Ireland. What about this one up here, the red one? Which country is that? Okay, it's Norway. The orange one, and then you've got the orange, the blue, and the yellow marks here. Which countries do they represent? Okay, well, let's have a look. The orange one is Germany. The blue is Belarus, tricky. And the yellow one is Romania. Okay, how did you do? Lots of rain and a mild Atlantic climate have given Ireland its nickname, the Emerald Isle. And its countryside is famous for its low green mountains, its central plain, the lakes, and its windy Atlantic coast. And County Kerry in the southwest can receive up to 270 days of rain each year. You will also find monuments everywhere in Ireland, and Celtic, Norse, Viking and Norman invaders have left behind stone circles, monasteries and castle ruins across the island. And I'm sure you've noticed that wherever you go in the world, you will always find an Irish bar. But why are there so many Irish people around the world? Well, the Irish are Celts. They're a Celtic people, a people of the sea who travelled and explored a lot. Also, the Great Famine of Ireland in the 19th century was caused by potato disease, which destroyed all the potatoes and led to the death and mass immigration of the Irish population. About 1 million people died during this famine, and another 2 million people emigrated and went abroad. Nearly 200 years later, Ireland's population has still not recovered. So many Irish people went to live abroad to escape the famine. So in which 5 regions will you find most Irish people outside of Ireland? Which are the top 5, do you think, of these countries that are on the right? Okay, so the top 5 regions with the most Irish people are the USA with about 40 million, Europe about 11, the United Kingdom with about 9 million, Canada 5, and Australia about 2 million Irish people. About 10% of Americans claim to have Irish ancestors, but that is only the second most popular ancestry in the United States. The most popular is German. And on the map, the darker the green, the more Irish ancestry there is. So the place where you find most Irish people or people with Irish family is on the East Coast. And in fact, over 20% of the population of the state of Massachusetts have Irish blood. And quick question, what is the capital of Massachusetts? It is, of course, Boston. And any idea the name of the basketball team there? It is the Boston Celtics. And in fact, they are so Irish there that the very first St. Patrick's Day parade was actually held in Boston, not Ireland. And this was back in 1737. And now over 100 US cities hold St. Patrick's Day parades. The ones in New York and Boston are still the largest, with about 2 million people going to the parades in New York. In Chicago, to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, they dye the River Chicago green. And then celebrations continue with bagpipers, a parade, Irish dancers, and street parties. And as we saw earlier, 2 languages are spoken in Ireland, English and Irish Gaelic. A 3rd language called Ulan's is also spoken in Northern Ireland, and Ulan's was brought to Ulster by Scottish settlers in the early 17th century. And in fact, Auld Lang Syne, which is written by Robert Burns, was actually written in Ulan's, in the Ulan language. And all street and road signs in the Republic of Ireland are in both English and Irish Gaelic. However, although around 30% of the population can speak Irish, only about 5% of the population use it regularly. Curiously, there are no words for yes or no in Irish, and you communicate yes and no with a verb form. For example, the answer to "do you like pineapple" would be I like pineapple, or I don't like pineapple. But even Irish English, or the English that's spoken in Ireland, is slightly different from this English spoken in England. And here is some Irish English phrases on the left. Can you match them with their English translation on the right? Okay, so you've got here, what's the crack? Where's the yolk? He's giving out and he's acting the maggot. So you can pause the video while you match them up. And the answers are, what's the crack is, how are things? What's happening? Where's the yolk is, where's that thing? Where is something? He's giving out, he's complaining, and he's acting the maggot is he's up to no good. Turning now to Irish literature, who is this? It is, of course, Count Dracula, from a book written by Bram Stoker, who was born in Dublin on the 8th of November 1847. And his most famous novel was Dracula. And in fact, the Irish word Drecfula means a bad blood or dirty blood. And perhaps Dracula was inspired by an early Irish legend called the Avatar, about a dwarf, a zombie dwarf, who drank blood. And there have been various other famous Irish authors, C.S. Lewis, W.B. Yeats, who won the Nobel Prize for Literature, the poet and playwright Oscar Wilde, who wrote The Picture of Dorian Gray. You've also got James Joyce, Jonathan Swift, Iris Murdoch, Samuel Beckett, many, many famous names there as well. Well, that's all for now. We should have spoken also about Ireland's great musical tradition another time. So thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this Irish Cultural Bite. Goodbye from me and from Oxford University Press. Good luck with your English studies and stay safe, and see you again soon. Thank you.